This is the newest Pew study released September 7th this year. And it reports that, among other things, right here. In 2017, 2/3 of US adults get more news or get their news from social media. And the percentage of US adults who get news from social media sites has increased from 2016 by, as you can see here, 5%, 62% to 67%, with the margin here showing that 20% state they get it more often, whereas 18% last year, 27% versus 26, 20% versus 18. So across the board, it's higher, and the report states that is because a greater percentage of non-white, lower educated U.S. adults are using social media as their primary news source than the year before and in years before that. Fascinating. 2/3. Basically 2 out of every 3. Then this chart reads, social media news use increases among older, non-white, and less educated Americans right here. So you see the ages. So 18 through 49, it's pretty much actually flatlined, whereas 50 over increased dramatically. See? As well. Twitter, YouTube, and Snapchat have grown in share of users who get news on each site. Interesting that Instagram was not mentioned. It was quite fascinating. This chart reads that, repeat. In fact, Twitter has increased substantially. In fact, take a look at this. Twitter has increased by a whopping 15% here in 1 year versus the year before that, 7%. It's doubled. YouTube has went up substantially, 21% in 2016, 32% this year. Snapchat from 17 to 29%. Sites whose news usership did not change: Reddit, Facebook, which went up, actually changed not at all. Reddit went down. Tumblr, Instagram, which increased just a little bit, and LinkedIn, and WhatsApp. Quite fascinating. And here's another chart. Social media sites as pathways to news. Percent of U.S. adults who use each social media site and percentage of U.S. adults who get news from each site. Facebook, 66% use site, 46% get news from it. YouTube, 58% use site, 18 get news from it. And Instagram, 26%, 7. Twitter, 15 and 11. Snapchat, Reddit, Tumblr. So Facebook is the dominant player here in terms of news, followed by YouTube. But interestingly, YouTube's percentage of users that use it for news is smaller than I would have guessed. Now this one chart reads, About 1 in 4 now get news from multiple social media sites. And that increase has really grown by almost 10% between in just 4 years. Fascinating. Social media news user profiles, percent of each social media sites. New users who are male and female. Female dominates Facebook. Male just a little ahead in YouTube. Twitter. Female dominates Instagram. Snapchat. LinkedIn, men are just a little ahead. Many social media sites, news consumers still get news from more traditional platforms as well. So overall, this is quite informative, like local TV. With 37% of each adult and 25% of YouTubers, Facebook 33%, reflecting an older demographic. Cable TV, about the same. Overall, this is the Pew study. I'm not going to go over every part of it here, but I do encourage you to have a look at this report. All you have to do to read it is go to the Pew Research Center site at journalism.org.